are back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So I'm in Canada. They fucking let me in. I'm going to be honest with you. I was 50-50 on whether they were going to let me in or not. I've heard so many fucking stories, so many stories throughout the years how tight Canada is at the border. I've even had some people from the States message me saying they wanted to come to the fucking Canadian shows, the Toronto and the Vancouver show, but they have prior DUIs, which I would say 80 to 90% of my listeners have. Sorry, man, can't make it to your show. I've got a DUI. Not the first time I've heard that. And I can tell you this right fucking now, I have a lot more nefarious things on my record than a DUI. So I was like, if they're going to fucking go rummaging around into my closet, they're going to find some fucking shit and they're going to halt me at the border, which is going to be an absolute nightmare because what happens then, they send you back to the US and then you try and get back into the US and they're like, well, what happened to Canada? And you're like, they didn't let me in. Why? I'm not too sure, but can you not look into it, please? Border security? Just don't look into it. Don't even think about it. Just let me back in. So it could have been a massive fuck up, but the border security in Canada is probably the most relaxed I've ever seen in my entire life. It's like 100 of those machines where you just put your passport in and then you go through. It was quick as fuck as well. And then you go through and there's one fat guy at the end asking you questions like, where are you going? What are you doing? Why are you here? And I just hit them with the truth. I'm here to visit an old friend. I'm here to visit an old friend who I went to high school with who just had a kid. Then they're like, well, what's their visa status? And I was like, oh, fuck. No, he's a citizen. And then he just let me through. Cheerful fat guy. And I tell you what, I've been in Vancouver, Canada for how long? Let's say 6 hours, 7 hours. And I don't know much about the city, but the people have fucking won Boyle over already. The Canadians have fucking won me over. First of all, I go down to the gym. I say to the lady, I just want a day pass. I'm actually going to be here for 3 days. Is there like some week membership I can pay for that's going to be better? And she looks into the sky and I'm like, here we go. She's going to fucking upsell me some bullshit. And she goes, you know what? I can do a free weekly trial for you. I'm like, no shit. She's like, that's an early Christmas present for you. And I'm like, you fucking beautiful bitch. You beautiful fucking Canadian bitch. So I got a fucking week's membership, which saved me like $50. And then I go upstairs and realize I've forgotten my towel. So I go back down to the same lady and I'm like, hey, do you guys have towels here? She's like, yes, we normally rent them out, but here, take this one. So she just gave me a towel, which I in turn stole. I fucking stole it for some reason. I don't even really need it. I might give it back tomorrow. Good karma. Good karma would probably be not stealing it in the first place, though. Anyway, so I go have a shower, get out of the shower, get changed, and I realized I can't find my fucking jacket. My one fucking waterproof thing, and it's pissing down here. Absolutely has not stopped raining. So I'm like, I'm fucked if I don't find this jacket. Go down, same lady. I'm like, hey, I'm just wondering if a jacket may have been handed in. She's like, what color? I'm like, a blue one. She's like, where was it? I'm like, change room. She's like, here. I'm like, fucking this lady. I thought it was a one-off, but I leave the gym and I'm like, I need to get some protein powder. Not because like I'm insane about protein. It's just I don't want to be eating 4 meals a fucking day. I just want to have one protein shake a day and that will get me my protein intake. You know what I mean? It's probably something I don't fucking necessarily need, but I wanted it anyway. So I go down to this protein supplement place and I say to the guy, I just need some whey protein powder. I just need like a real small packet because I'm only going to be here for a few days. He's like, well, that's the smallest we've got. I'm like, ugh, that's too big. I'm just going to have to throw it out. He's like, yeah, man, sorry. Oh, actually, I might have some satchels out the back. And he went and looked out the back, didn't have any satchels. And I'm like, that's all good, man. Don't worry about it. And then he goes, actually, man, how long are you here for? I'm like, just 3 days. He's like, so you just need like 3 or 4 scoops? I'm like, yeah, that'll do. And then he goes behind the counter thing where they make protein powder shakes for fucking people. And he just scoops me out 4 fucking scoops of this protein powder, puts it in a cup and sends me off. I'm like, do you need some money or anything? He's like, nah, don't worry about it, mate. And I'm like, fucking Canada. Good ass fucking people. So polite, so nice, so fucking helpful. The guy downstairs was helpful as well. When I was checking into this dump of a hotel, they told me that there's no hot water, which doesn't matter because I'm going to the gym. And he's like, well, we'll give you $20 off per night every night the water's not on. I'm like, that's fine. It's actually not too much of a dump. It's like an old, like, alcoholics fucking hotel. It's got an alcoholic charm to it. There's no toilet in the room, but there's a sink. I have to walk down the hall to go to the toilet. And it was still like 150 a night, more. It was like 170 a night. So I tell you, fucking coming from LA to Vancouver, hell of a difference. So tomorrow, I'm going to fucking go for a little lurk around, see what's happening. I'll probably go down, what's that fucking street? Hastings Street. I'll go for a big walk from the fucking top to the bottom, see what's going on, investigate. Some people say it's worse than Skid Row. I've been warned to watch out for needles. Apparently hard drugs and using them are legal down there or in Canada. What's the rules? I'll find them out tomorrow. Anyway, so far, I fucking like Canada. It's very Australia though. It is almost identical, except possibly just a little bit better, except for the weather. Everything's just a little cleaner. Everything just has a little better tinge to it. Like you've got IGA here as well. I was blown away and I walk into this IGA and it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Everything behind the counter looks fresh, delicious. It's great. I'm looking forward to exploring a little bit more tomorrow. Anyway, I am fucking absolutely cooked. I got no fucking sleep last night and I haven't slept since I got back. I was at the airport at fucking 3 o'clock. It was a nightmare. Anyway, that'll fucking do me for today. If you're in Canada, now's your time to buy a ticket. The Vancouver show's in 2 days. Well, 1.5 days. And the Toronto show's on Friday. So get your tickets. Link to the ticket is in the description of this podcast. Or fucking just hit me up. I'll send you the ticket link. Anyway, that'll do. And I'll see you the fuck later.